You ever notice how the harder you try to be liked, the more people seem to treat you like background noise? Or the more you desperately chase money, the more your bank account laughs at you? Or how when you're dying to sleep, your brain suddenly becomes a late-night talk show host, replaying every embarrassing thing you've ever done since 2004? Yeah, welcome to the backwards law, where life basically says, oh, you want it? Too bad, you're not getting it. And no, this isn't some fluffy just let go Instagram quote. This is the cold, savage truth about why the more you cling to something, the faster it slips through your hands, like trying to catch a bar of soap in the shower. Let's talk about the backwards law and what it really means. The backwards law is simple, but cruel. The more you try to get something, the more you highlight the fact that you don't have it, making it even harder to get. It's like begging for respect. The moment you ask for it, you've already lost it. Want to be happy? Chasing happiness actually makes you miserable because you keep noticing you're not there yet. Want confidence? If you keep trying to be confident, you're still just the person trying, not the one who already is. This law doesn't care about your feelings. It's not about working less. It's about wanting less in that desperate, needy way. Why wanting too much backfires? Here's why this mess happens. When you want something with a needy, obsessive energy, you send your brain into panic mode. You're basically telling yourself, I don't have it. I'm not enough without it. My life is incomplete. Your subconscious eats that up and starts reinforcing the gap between where you are and where you want to be. And the bigger the gap feels, the more your actions scream desperation. And people can smell desperation from a mile away. It's why job interviews feel like hostage negotiations when you really need the job. Or why texting back too fast makes someone instantly lose interest. Or why the friend who keeps begging for reassurance ends up pushing everyone away. Some examples are dating. The more you try to make someone like you, the more unnatural you act. You turn into a performing circus clown instead of a normal human being. Now even with money, ever notice how, when you're broke and scrambling for cash, it feels like every bill in the world suddenly decides to arrive that week? But when you're financially secure, money seems to just find you. Even with happiness, you plan the perfect vacation for months, obsess over every detail. Then you spend the whole trip stressed about whether you're enjoying it enough. So, do we just stop trying altogether? No, this isn't a free pass to sit on the couch eating Cheetos, claiming you're manifesting. The backwards law doesn't say don't work for it. It says stop grasping at it like a drowning man clinging to a pool noodle. It's about detaching from the neediness of the result. Work hard, but stop expecting the universe to instantly reward you. Take action, but let go of obsessing about the outcome. Be okay with not having it yet. And weirdly, that's when it tends to show up. Let me teach you how to use the backwards law without becoming a hippie. Number 1, shift from needing, instead stay choosing. When you need something, you're powerless. When you choose something, you're in control. Neediness repels. Calm preference attracts. Number 2, lower the emotional volume. Treat your goals like a chill dinner reservation, not a life or death rescue mission. You don't scream at the waiter because your table isn't ready yet. Number 3, detach from the timeline. Stop giving the universe a deadline. You're not its boss. Focus on the process and let the timing be what it is. Number 4, do it for the sake of doing it. The best musicians don't play because they're desperate for fame. They play because they love playing. Ironically, that's what often gets them the fame. In fitness, people who work out purely to look hot burn out fast. The ones who train because they love the grind end up hot without trying. In friendships, ever notice your best friendships happen when you're not trying to impress anyone? You're just being yourself, and that's what makes people stick around. In opportunities, the less you chase, the more your value increases. People start to wonder why you're so calm, and curiosity? That's power. Here's the mindset shift that changes everything. The moment you stop saying, I'll be happy when X and X happens, and start saying, I'm good now, but I'll enjoy it even more when I get it, you take your power back. You flip from desperate to desirable. You go from chasing to choosing. Think about it. Dogs chase cars, kings don't. Here's the savage truth. The harder you need something, the more it runs away. Stop broadcasting lack. Start broadcasting confidence. Work for it without needing it to complete you. Detach from results, focus on action, and life starts working with you instead of laughing at you. Here's the brutal truth. Most people will never master this because it's easier to cling than to trust. But if you do get this right, life becomes ridiculously easier. You start to feel like everything's coming to you effortlessly, when in reality, you just stop suffocating it. So, stop gripping so tight. Let it breathe. The second you stop begging for it is the second it's going to knock on your door. Oh, and for the people who always ask for books recommendation for the topic discussed, I would suggest you read The Antidote, Happiness for People Who Can't Stand Positive Thinking by Oliver Burkeman. This book basically shows you that chasing constant positivity makes you miserable. Burkeman breaks down why embracing uncertainty, failure, and imperfection makes life smoother. It dives deep into the real backwards law energy. The second book I would recommend is Letting Go, The Pathway of Surrender by David R. Hawkins. This one is entirely about releasing the mental grip you have on wanting, needing, and controlling outcomes. It's a very practical and psychological read, and I highly recommend. The comment of the day goes to Cap Infinity, and it reads, "This is getting too personal, bro. You sure you ain't living in my walls? If I was living in your walls, your rent would have doubled and your snacks would have mysteriously disappeared by now. But, hey, I'm glad the message hits home."